Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Haunted Heart Podcast. We are fresh off the boat from the 1800s, and good news, neither one of us came back with a cocaine addiction.
We made it, folks.
Possibly an opiate addiction, but that's fine.
That's okay. That's actually on trend in this country right now.
Yes, it is. The opioid crisis is real, y'all.
Yeah, she's on trend.
So anyway, how's it been?
Good.
Yeah?
I think that my respiratory system is just giving up. We're right here on the cusp of spring.
Are we dealing with sick Caitlin?
No, I'm not sick. I just have this fucking mass in my nasal cavity. It's just like a bloody mass. It's not good.
I don't think those words have ever been used to describe something good.
No, bloody mass. But what about like a black mass? That's cool.
Yeah.
Bloody mass, I guess, could refer to a dark orgy, but this is
but
more just a heaving.
I don't think either one of those mean anything.
This is more just a heaving mountain of biological matter in my fucking nasal cavity. If I could just live until it gets a little warmer, I might be okay. But I think we're giving up, folks. So.
Well, we're at that time where I feel like you're taking over. This is springtime, the summertime. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that starts fading into the seasonal depression, the anti-seasonal depression.
It's true. I just need that fucking warmth to come the fuck on. Oak King, where you at, motherfucker? Come swing by and pick me up. You got me out here feeling like a lost child.
Swing that oak, baby.
You got me over here waiting on my daddy who left to get cigarettes.
Yours left to get cigarettes? Mine just left.
No.
Unfortunately. Anyway.
That's sad, though. And we ain't going to talk about sad, because we have, speaking of family.
Oh, hey.
My favorite part is when I think of a transition, but about 4 words after I needed the transition. Mm-hmm. And so we just shift gears.
Violently.
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious,
Yes.
We are drifting. I don't understand what this Fast and Furious reference is going on. I've never seen a Fast and Furious movie a day in my fucking life.
I was about to say, what the fuck? No, I thought it was just nihilism that we were going into. We are drifting, and I was about to be like, yeah, we are on a dead planet, further and further away from the center of the universe every second.
True. But here on this podcast, we're getting closer to our family of heathens.
Yes.
And we've got two
new
more
inductees.
Heathens coming in today.
We do. We grow in that family.
Mm-hmm.
First up, we have Nichelle H. And she's a member of our Stay Spooky Squad.
Stay Spooker. And next up is Carissa V., a member of our cannibal cult.
Ooh, she's hungry, y'all.
I'm telling you, these cannibals. All right, your candles are lit.
And as always, we dress them with good intentions for health, wealth, happiness. Every kind of thing we want you to have, honey.
Mm-hmm.
And they will burn beside our mics for the rest of the episode, but forever in our dark, scabby hearts.
You added one more in there. We weren't quite.
I did.
We weren't quite there.
You
threw me.
If you are interested in having an invocation on the show, you can get on over to patreon.com/thehauntedheart. I realized that if people are tuning in for the first time, they literally had no fucking idea where we were going with the candle lighting thing. And I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Do your research.
Yeah. Dig in. Lean in. But invocation on the show is just one of the cool rewards that we have over on Patreon.com/thehauntedheart. So if you want to support the show and you want to get access to all kinds of extra special bonus material.
Wait, isn't it the Haunted Heart? Isn't it patreon.com/thehauntedheart podcast?
No, girl, it's /thehauntedheart.
Oh.
I promise you.
Okay.
I made it.
Okay. Ooh, she made it.
You know what? Roll the dice.
She made it. I'm just gonna...
He's literally fact-checking me right now as we fucking record. Let me tell you what, this fact-based mindset that you're in is the wrong fucking mindset for today's episode. Let me just let you know.
Okay, and for everyone else, she was right.
Fuck yeah. It hurts him physically to admit that.
No, it doesn't.
He's like weeping blood.
They can't see that. But anyway, yes, why don't you tell them what we're talking about today?
We are talking about a fucking American hero, protector of the innocent. I'm going to need a track behind this. I'm going to need you to lay a sick track behind this, worthy of the hero that we're speaking of today.
Yeah.
Protector of the innocent, defender of the weak, a bastion to everything great and noble and mighty about this country. We are talking about Florida Man.
Bastion.
He is the hero we deserve.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't understand. Why is he a hero? I never got that.
Florida Man?
Yeah.
Because he just do what the fuck he needs. You know what I mean? Florida Man is the collective unconscious of the American people.
Yeah.
Like working its way into the narrative of reality. Mm-hmm. I fully believe.
You think?
Yes. Florida Man is all of us. He is in all of us.
Oh. Consensually.
Yes, he is in all
Sometimes.
of us. And we are all with him, Florida Man.
I don't know about all the time. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Florida Man. So this was something that we, just had to talk about, I feel like. It just came into being.
It's just everywhere. Here's the thing. I appreciate that Florida Man is catching fire again, sometimes literally. But I'm specifically speaking about on the internet. Florida Man has been around for a long-ass time. It's nothing new, but I feel like he's experiencing a grand resurgence.
A resurgence, I was going to say.
And I feel like it's because our country is so fucking uptight right now. Like, we are so, divided. We are a nation divided. And I feel like everybody is, in their fucking corners, so much.
Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts?
Who fucking knows?
Who knows?
Pete's Coffee, Starbucks. Probably no one knows what Pete's Coffee is.
I think
but if
that's
you
a
do,
regional thing, but
it's
okay.
fucking good. Our DC people know what the fuck's up.
Wait. Are you Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts?
I'm probably Krispy Kreme.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm Krispy Kreme. In middle school, a kid told me that I'm so fat I should work at Krispy Kreme. Actually, it's a deep-seated memory. That was fucking 7th grade. But I spent all of 6th grade getting fucking bullied and hating my life. So the next day I came to fucking school in a Krispy Kreme hat. Made my mom drive 45 minutes to go get that shit. We're right into skew.
Hi, my name's Katie. I work at Krispy Kreme.
Hi, bitch. And I'm still hotter than you.
I wonder if
with
that
my fucking
person
mousy brown hair and
works at
braces.
Krispy Kreme now.
Oh,
Or
he's not
somebody-
doing well in life.
Okay.
Facebook gives us many opportunities to track the ones who have hurt us.
That is true. It was our Facebook group actually that first led me to I saw a couple of people started posting articles about Florida Man.
Yeah, and there's that thing that if you Google Florida Man and your birthday, then you find your iteration of Florida Man.
Yes. We definitely have to do that on this episode. We will be breaking you that.
We will. I think I did it, but I don't remember who. I don't remember which one I was. But we'll
revisit that towards the end of the episode.
That's a little foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
So this is just a fun little romp. We're going to talk about what makes Florida Man great.
Yeah.
What makes him the hero of our time. What makes him something that I feel is... I feel that internet culture is very reflective of a certainly not every section of our population in this country, but I do feel like internet culture is, it kind of, the things that go viral almost voice our consciousness and sometimes our unconsciousness. And I feel like we're so divided right now that Florida Man is one of the few things that, like, I know people that are on the far, far right and people that are on the far, far left, and everyone is like having a good time and laughing at Florida Man. And I appreciate
everyone loves
that.
Florida Man.
He brings us together.
Yes, he
in
does.
such a way.
He does.
By sacrificing his physical, emotional, mental, legal well-being.
Okay, so now I get the superhero element.
And in that, he is a martyr and a hero.
I am starting to get the superhero element. So just a little bit of facts about Florida Man, according to our factual articles on Wikipedia. Florida Man is an internet meme popularized in 2013.
Here you go with this book report.
In which the phrase Florida Man is taken from multiple unrelated news articles describing various actual people who hail from or live in Florida. Reason why Florida Man is not like Texas Man or Virginia Man is because apparently there are particular laws in Florida that allow for journalists to gain more access to certain types of information, which causes them to... Which is the reason why, you get the crazier stories.
There are. So technically, those laws are called sunshine laws, and they're in almost every state. I think it actually is every state in the United States. However, so Florida is not necessarily unique for having a sunshine law. They're just unique in that they take it to the extreme, much like Florida Man himself takes things to the extreme. So the Florida Sunshine Law was enacted in 1995, and it was supposed to sort of carry forth this like radical transparency. So it's just a series of laws that are designed to guarantee that the public has access to public records of governmental bodies in Florida. So in this particular sense, it doesn't differ radically from something you'd see in Texas or Virginia or wherever else. Think about like board meetings of corporations that are located in the state. Think about like town hall meetings, things like that.
Yeah.
The sunshine laws are set up so that those things are not private, that they can be shared with the public through the media. Where Florida differs and takes things to an extreme is that also that sort of transparency where records are immediately open to the media is when it comes to police reports. So Florida's Sunshine Law also applies to those police reports. So it's not necessarily that crazier things are happening in Florida. It's just that they can't cover it up. Yes.
Damn it.
Yes. So it's really, really easy for journalists to get their hands on police incident reports. And they, of course, use that to churn out attention-grabbing stories because that's how the media makes money. Think about that. The media makes money by grabbing your attention.
Oh.
And making you afraid. Just think about that all the time.
So the media is the enemy.
Especially heading into election season. Just going to say, they make money by making you fucking afraid. Florida has one of the broadest public record laws in the country. You can access basic crime information almost in real time.
Wow.
Almost as soon as an incident report is filed by law enforcement, the media can go and make a public record request and get it.
So that sort of reminds me of like back home and your great uncle, your grandpa has a CB radio on the whole time. He starts hearing the police reports. Oh, we know of several, reporters back home.
We do.
Who utilize those.
We do.
That's sort of what that reminds me of. Just instant. All up in your business. Always.
So another reason that Florida Man seems so crazy when compared to the male population of other states is because Florida has a huge population. A lot of people don't realize that. Florida's population, and this is the people who live in Florida all the time, stands at more than 21 million people.
Well, I don't believe that. Florida, you got Walt Disney, and that's it. You got Orlando.
And Jacksonville.
You got Speedway. Is there a Speedway there?
There
I
is.
don't know. Okay.
Daytona is there.
You
Yes.
got the Speedway and you got
We
the Walt
actually
Disney.
have some folks who listen to the podcast who work for NASCAR and are frequently in Daytona.
Ah.
So 21 million people, that's only the people who are living there. On top of that, the state had more than 126 million visitors in 2018.
To Walt Disney.
True. So with that many people in one area, you have a pretty high population density per square mile. So if you cram a bunch of people into a state like that, you're going to have crazy shit that happens, especially if you have that many visitors. And that's where Walt Disney does play a role, because you've got tourists all over the world coming in. And all kinds of cultures mixing.
I feel like you got a lot of different things going on in Florida. I mean, you got swamps, you got your high traffic Walt Disney areas, you've got your beaches, great beaches, Miami, definitely a tourist spot.
Right. For sure. So that kind of is what goes into making Florida Man who he is.
And also because, once things, as we all know in this day and age, once things are a meme, I feel like a lot of it is, a lot of the reporting is probably intentional now. Like, they're really looking for, like, the weirdest shit just so that they can post Florida Man. You know what I mean?
That's coming out of Florida.
So a lot of it, like, once you hit that viral status, like, obviously they're going to pay more attention to it, and it's just going to be a little more, localized, as opposed to it just being, like, Texas Man this or Vermont Man.
Because, again, the media is trying to make money. And whatever will sell to you is what they will give you.
Listen,
just gonna
if the media wants to sponsor this podcast.
The media. I feel like we're going into like Alex Jones land where I'm just like, the media.
The media.
Yeah. No. So there is one snippet of an article, a very good article by Sophie Kleeman on Mike.com. I have just a short snippet I'd like to read.
From the media.
Yes. And you might even lay a track behind this, girl. As I'm like bitching about the media, I'm like reading news sources. So here we go. In short, Florida Man is America's id. Although he hails from the nation's wang, Florida Man embodies America's deepest and darkest desires, and does so with reckless abandon. Whoever this Florida Man is, he's clearly insane and unstoppable. He feels no pain, he has no ethics, and is capable of feats far beyond that of the normal American man. It is almost like Florida Man is a superhero. Just a really terrible one. And with that said, let's dig into some Florida Man stories.
And with that being said, we've got a case down in Miami. No, I'm just playing. No.
It's a really dark one.
It's a really dark one. No.
No, we keeping it light. We need some time. We need some time. You need some time. We need some time.
We do need some time. So Florida.
We need to laugh, folks.
Florida Man has a Twitter, if you all didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Incredible.
There is a Twitter for Florida Man. It is at Florida Man.
Appreciate.
With an underscore after the man.
Okay, not between. I like it.
Nope, it's after.
Going
it's
for the obscure choice.
It's odd. Mm-hmm. And his banner is a picture of a license plate with a gator, and it says FL Man.
I love it.
I want to know the person that has that tag. The one person in Florida who has that tag.
That's true.
If you have that tag, send us an email.
At thehauntedheartpodcast@gmail.com. I bet it's Flo Rida.
Who knows?
It might be.
Who knows?
It might be.
If you do, send us a picture of you by your tag. We'll post it on our social medias.
Fuck yeah, we will.
Florida Man.
At Florida Man.
Yeah, so Florida Man has about 12.3 thousand tweets and almost 27,000 followers. I would have thought it would have been a little bit more than that.
Maybe he's gaining. Maybe he's growing.
Possibly.
Maybe he's in a push.
Oh, but it does say the new Florida Man account. A man of mystery and power, whose power is exceeded only by his mystery. It's
incredible.
So he has a Twitter. He's got a Reddit. He also has his own website.
I feel like Reddit is inconsistent with Florida Man's personality.
You think?
I don't feel like Florida Man is a Redditor. I don't think he Reddits.
You don't think?
No.
Well, he's got his own website.
Most of the problem is I don't think he reads.
You don't think he reads? He didn't reads.
It was a poor joke. That was a written joke.
He didn't reads.
He didn't even know how to reads.
But he does have his own website with all of his articles and all of his accomplishments listed for all of us.
Does he have a LinkedIn?
It's possible.
Mr.
It's very possible.
Mr. Florida Man.
So let's dive into the world of Florida Man, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go. Florida man stabs man in argument over donuts.
You know what, though? I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I have been at that level of hangry.
Oh, yes. This happened in Gainesville, Florida.
Oh, I've been there.
You have?
I have friends that there are people who are listening to this podcast that used to live there.
Oh, in
I love
Gainesville.
them very much.
Well, I don't know about, I've never been to Gainesville, but I do gain weight. So, you know.
That was a good joke.
I figured since we were talking about donuts, Gainesville, gain weight.
I see
That's
it.
where I was going.
I see.
So,
a professional
a fight about donuts escalated when a Krispy Kreme worker stabbed his co-worker's boyfriend Wednesday night. Julius Irving, 32, was arguing with his co-worker Olivia Zavalza.
Sounds right to me.
Over how she was making donuts, according to the Gainesville police. Zavalza called her boyfriend to come pick her up, and when he arrived, he got in an argument with Irving, police said. Irving pulled out a knife that was 4 to 6 inches long and stabbed the victim 4 times.
I have so many questions here, such as Irving. His name is Irving. Why were you carrying a 4 to 6 inch long knife? Just in case. But I think the biggest question
some
that
of us
I
aren't
have,
size queens.
I think the biggest question that I have is like, don't they have like a manual on how to make the donuts? Like, I don't think it's a freestyle improv type situation. Like, I'm pretty sure that like there's a fucking step-by-step way to make them. Actually, no, I've seen them. I've been in the hotline. I know something about this. I'm a bit of an expert, if you will.
I, too, have pressed my face against the glass of the Krispy Kreme as they were making the hot and fresh donuts.
Truly. I've already shared my resume when it comes to Krispy Kreme. We go way back. Way back to the paper hats.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely there's a machine that does it for you. Like all you do is mix the batter and you pour it into the machine, and then the machine just kind of shits it out into like the hot grease where it fries.
I'm gonna tell you what.
And then the machine even flips it. What were they fighting about?
I don't know.
All you gotta do is mix the fucking
special
batter.
Donuts. Maybe it was one of the special icing donuts. I don't know.
Oh, he wanted blackberry jam filling, and she was doing raspberry. Know.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I have always fantasized about putting my face right under the glaze machine, but I'm pretty sure that would be so painful.
Oh God, I swear to God, I thought that you were about to say that you fantasized about just submerging your head in that fucking vat of hot grease, and that's how I know that I have been listening to too much of the No Sleep podcast. It's an incredible podcast. I'm gonna take a step back.
No,
I'm leaving reality.
I'm fairly certain it would still be bad because I don't think glaze is cool.
It's definitely hot. Yeah, no, you're definitely gonna singe off your taste
You're gonna
buds.
get some burns, but
it's gonna hurt.
It's still a fantasy. Yeah. So anyway,
that hot glaze.
The man fought off Irving, but he did collapse in front of the store. Officers treated him at the scene before he was taken to the hospital, and Irving was found by the donut shop and arrested and was charged with attempted homicide. So
it's a lot. There's a lot of pressure working in the Krispy Kreme.
You
got to make sure those donuts are hot. You got to make sure that light's on. You got to make sure
light is on.
Those double glazed are doubly glazed.
The hot sign is like a call to arms. It's like you see the hot sign, and no matter what you're doing, where you're going, where you need to be, you turn into that Krispy Kreme parking lot.
And you fight any man, woman, or child who is waiting for the hot donuts to the death. And you get 2 dozen. And you return to the office, and you be the hero of the day.
Yes, you do.
And you ask Tamara out to the fucking movies. Because you are the fucking dude with a cock like a hot rod.
Who the fuck is Tamara?
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Oh. So, here's one for you.
Okay.
Florida man attempts to smoke crack in the ICU. Almost burns down hospital.
Well, that sounds like an uncle I know.
Now, I will point out that on our last episode, that would have been medicine.
That is true. Maybe he time traveled.
As reported by the Northwest Florida Daily News, a 54-year-old man was arrested on Christmas Eve after allegedly taking crack cocaine into the intensive care unit at North Okaloosa Medical Center to share with a patient there.
Oh, my God.
He was just trying to do him a solid.
Oh, my God.
He said, I got something that'll heal you.
I got that crack cocaine.
A fire broke out when the patient, who was on oxygen, tried to smoke the cocaine from a homemade smoking device. The potential was there for a lot of damage, said Crestview Police Lieutenant Donald Fountain. Could have been a lot worse. And that's the end of the story, folks.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I feel like if you were in the intensive care unit, I could see it. If you were on your way out, I'd do you a solid. I'm a true friend. I'd bring you that crack cocaine.
Would you really?
For the purposes of the recording of this episode, no, I wouldn't. As I wink aggressively.
Uh-huh.
But then there's also me trying to find crack cocaine. Hello, I would like one crack cocaine, sir. Hi.
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for some crack cocaine.
I would like to purchase one crack cocaine. Literally me.
Do you take tokens? Jesus Christ. All right, next one. Drunken Florida man goes to jail because he wanted egg rolls.
You know what? Again, I understand. I see you have a theme.
I really gravitated towards food articles. I just relate. If I was, that would be me as Florida man. I'm sorry. So this was in Milton, and it's a Florida man is behind bars after going, quote, on a rampage over egg rolls. There's no article to accompany it, but there is one of these sunshine reports. Mm-hmm. Sunshine police reports, whatever you want to call them. And the officer states, upon arrival, I observed a green truck parked in front of 6524 Oakcrest Road. As I was getting out of my vehicle, a male subject exited the driver's side. The male appeared intoxicated and was identified by his South Carolina driver's license as Keith Gordon Johnson. Officer Davis stayed with Johnson, and I made contact with the female, not identified, in the residence. This man appeared upset and kept rubbing the back of her head. She was upset and kept rubbing the back of her head.
Like a fucking worry stone? Yeah. Like a fucking pebble that you just fucking those worry stones?
Yeah. She was rubbing the back of her head.
Oh, that ain't good for your follicles, girl.
Nah. I asked her what happened. She stated that her boyfriend was drunk and she did not want him in her house. He continued to ring the bell even when she told him she wasn't letting him in. He continued to ring the bell, so she stepped outside to tell him to leave. He wanted to come in to eat egg rolls that were in the house.
He was like, now look, we just went to the fucking Walmart and I paid half that bill and we got some fucking damn egg rolls, some of them fucking little, what's a brand? That P.F. Chang. I don't think they were buying P.F. Chang. I don't think it happened.
I don't think so. I don't think they even went to Walmart. They probably went to like the hole in the wall Chinese place down the street. It's probably really good.
Probably so.
Would she? That's why he got so angry over the fucking egg rolls,
I have
girl.
no complaints.
When she told him,
Girl, if you just called delivery to your front yard, he would go on somewhere.
I think what happened was they went out, had some Chinese, probably got into an argument. They had the leftovers still in the fridge, and he just wanted them. He had been drinking. He was hungry. He was like, oh, shit.
I want my fucking leftovers.
I want my fucking leftovers.
I feel that. I feel that in my soul. She should have delivered it, like ordered it online to have it delivered to the yard and like in the special like comments box. You know how they let you.
Yeah.
Such fools. They let you give instructions off book, which is a fucking terrible mistake.
Yeah.
She should have just like typed in. I wonder if the character limit would have allowed her to be like, my crazy ex is like in the yard and he's drunk and he's frightening. Like, please just like lay the egg rolls out one by one in a trail to just like lead him away from the fucking yard.
That would lead me away. Ooh, an egg roll.
Ooh, an egg roll.
Ooh, an egg roll. When she told him she would bring them out to him, he shoved her into the door. She then told him he needed to leave, but that she would leave the egg rolls by her car. She then went.
He wants joint custody of the fucking egg rolls, man.
She then went inside and brought the egg rolls outside. I asked her about their relationship. She stated they'd been together off and on.
You know, ain't it always the way?
Yep, for approximately 4.5 years, and during that time that they had lived together, but they weren't currently living together at that time. So yeah, he admitted that he pushed her, and he then stated that she slapped him. He was arrested for battery and transported to the Santa Rosa County Jail.
Mm-hmm. But could he get egg rolls in jail?
No.
Would they deliver there?
I'm gonna say no.
Do you think you could Grubhub it?
I'm gonna say no, girl. Grubhub to the Santa Rosa County Jail.
Come around
Cell
back.
number.
Just pull
2,
around
3,
back.
4.
I'll be out in a minute.
Listen, you go up to the security guard and you're like, listen, I'll slip you an egg roll.
Look, I ordered extra.
I ordered extra for you. Shit. Don't put it past me.
So next up we have Florida man claims wife was kidnapped by holograms.
Whoa. We gonna get freaky.
It's a lot. It's a lot. This is reported by the Huffington Post. The man, whose name has not been released, was extremely agitated and holding a baseball bat when officials arrived. He told them that the men abducted his wife and that they, quote, used holograms to project signals on the walls to get him to do what they wanted and to communicate with each other.
No.
Oh, the symbols on the wall, and next thing I knew, I was just fucking sucking this dude's dick, and I don't know what happened. That's according to a sheriff's report. The responding deputy located the woman in question, who was at a nearby mobile home with the man's aunt. The aunt told investigators that the woman was drunk and that no one had chased her.
I just imagine that meme of the guy with the crazy hair on History Channel, and he's like, aliens.
Yes.
Except replace that with like Florida man, like
a tan,
shot.
but like sunglass tan that goes all the way across.
And it's like holograms.
Holograms. It's amazing.
I don't like the idea of holograms.
You don't like the idea of them?
No.
Like in general?
Yeah.
You know they're doing like concerts with them now where they have like fucking Michael Jackson hologram
I don't like
or whatever.
it. I don't trust it. I don't like it. You took his soul.
What I find interesting is that we went for holograms, but we stopped short of aliens. You know what I mean? Like we didn't go in the direction that I thought we were going.
Yeah.
We left it at hologram, which is somehow ominous in a different way. Where did these holograms come from? Why are they here, Florida man? Mm-hmm. What has occurred?
Yeah. Is Florida man himself a hologram?
Is anything real? Is it the
We're not doing
Mandela
this,
Effect
Katie.
episode?
Katie, we're not doing this.
Have we fallen through a hole in the universe?
Okay. Can't deal with that right
You
now.
have coping mechanisms.
I do have coping mechanisms. Deep breaths. Deep, long, thoughtful breaths. Next one. Florida man found passed out drunk behind the wheel in a Wendy's drive-thru line.
You know what? And again, I say, if not for the grace of God, there go I.
I feel like this has been me. Or close to it anyway. How do you say this town? Cape Coral? Cape Coral. I don't know.
I don't know. Seems
Cape
like Coral. Two
Cape
R's?
Coral? No, just one R.
Coral.
Coral. Cape
Definitely Coral. You know what, Florida? Write us a fucking email. Let us know.
We're just going to say Cape Coral. A Cape Coral teen was found passed out drunk. A teen at that. Shame on you. Should always have a designated driver. Anyway, a Cape Coral teen was found passed out drunk in his car while it was still running in the Wendy's drive-thru line on Cape Coral Parkway. Body camera footage released from the Cape Coral Police Department shows Tristan Perry, 19, slumped over at the wheel on Thursday at 2:30 in the morning. Officers had to knock on the car windows several times to try and get him to wake up. Perry can be seen trying to hide some of the beer cans.
Lord. And you know it was just like a half-ass like attempt at fucking... He had a jacket in the car and he's trying to cover like a fucking mound of beer cans. He's just like moving it over the same like 6 inches of space.
I just imagine his whole passenger seat is just filled with beer cans. Or he like steps out the car and there's just like empty beer cans come flying out and he's like...
He's got like a fucking unfolded Wendy's napkin that he's just got draped over it.
Over the mound of beer cans.
Oh, God.
That he has in his car.
You know what? Sometimes my life is like that image.
Yep, exactly. Trying our best. Officers told him to stop because they can see what he's doing.
Of course.
Sir, I
sir,
can
please
see.
stop. It's really sad, sir. It's really,
Sir,
you don't have to be so frantic. We're already here.
Sir, I see the beer can.
It's just you.
I see the beer can. He's just holding the beer can wide-eyed. And then he just like fucking shoves it into his fucking mouth.
Sir, please, you are going to hurt yourself.
Since Perry is 19 years old, he was arrested for liquor. Have I been drinking liquor? Possession by a person under 21 and a DUI. Don't drink and drive, folks. Official Haunted Heart stance. Don't do it. My mom always told me, she was pretty chill, but she always told me, if you are going to drink, like, just call me and I will come get you.
Yeah, that's a good parent.
Like, don't.
That's a good parent. My mom
like,
did
feel
the
like
same.
you need to hide it.
Yeah.
Like, I won't even, like, fuss at you that night.
You gonna get
She's
it
like,
later,
I'm not going to fuss at you. If you do, I won't even ask any questions. Just call me. I will pick you up.
Shit, most of the time I was drinking underage. I was drinking with my fucking mama. I probably shouldn't say that on a recording. But most of the time she was with me. Girl, I never was one of them to go outside my house to drink. I can sit my fat ass right here on this couch wearing no pants and drink all I want. Why would I ever go out somewhere and dress up to drink? No, thank you.
Right.
So I'm doing a throwback. I'm doing a throwback to Haunted Heart style.
Oh, okay.
Florida man.
All right.
Couple episodes back.
Give it to me.
Florida man tattoos Black Widow spider on his face to combat arachnophobia.
Oh, well.
I have a picture, actually. I can show it to you.
Oh,
It's a lot.
We'll post that to our social medias. Listen, I'm either impressed or or not?
I'm not. I mean, like, look at the work. I feel like it could have looked better. I feel like we could have definitely polished it up a bit. It ain't bad.
It's not bad.
It ain't as bad as I thought it would be, but it ain't great.
When you said that, I actually just pictured like a doodle of a spider, and it's got like 2 eyes,
Amazing.
2 dots.
That would have been amazing. We should get that tattoo. Matching ones.
I can see his reasoning though.
So the Daytona Beach News Journal reported that Eric Ortiz wanted to face his fears. So he tattooed a black widow spider on his fucking face. The fucking part was me, not the Daytona Beach News Journal. Ortiz said, quote, "Everybody fears spiders. That's why I got it. Just to, like, make me know that that's what I fear, but not to fear it."
What?
You know what I'm saying? End
No.
quote. And that was a direct quote.
No.
I did not change that quote at all.
No, sir. I do not know what you're saying. Not at all.
He apparently is 24 years old, and he talked about his spider tattoo after appearing in court on a felony charge of driving while his license was revoked.
Ah, okay.
So maybe his fear should have been the DMV.
I fear the fucking DMV.
Me too.
That's fucking hell,
Me too.
man.
DMV to go is the way to do it.
Shit, if I can do it online, I do it online.
Well, now they have the bus. Now they have the bus that goes around to like various cities. I don't know if it's in every state, but I know, yeah.
The DMV bus.
Yeah, it's big around here, and that's the way to go because there's never ever a line. Because I don't think the old people know about it yet. So get in there while you can.
I still just, if I can do it online, I do it online.
Don't blame me.
Yeah. So, very interesting.
That was DMV corner.
Well, it's yeah. Okay. Next one.
That was
I was gonna try to make a joke about Maryland and not having a DMV, but I decided not to go there. Anyway, but there was one for Maryland folks. There was gonna be one.
Fuck off.
Anyway,
no, we love you. We love our Maryland folks. You're different. You're not like the rest.
Which, if you look on a picture of the road and it's like all these cars, which one of these is unlike the other?
Go ahead and mark your car with a Haunted Heart bumper sticker. Do it now. Otherwise, how will we know?
Exactly. Florida man accused of intentionally pressure washing his neighbor. Oh, fuck.
Woo! Now, I'll tell you what. Pressure washers are fucking terrifying. I went to school with a kid who literally...
Who had a pressure washer?
No, he fucked his fucking foot up. Like, he was doing yard work or something, I guess, for his dad. We were in high school. And, like, he was... You know how it is, like, when you're, like... I don't know, like doing activities outside, or like even just spraying, like you're washing your car and you're like spraying it with the hose or whatever, and like you get an itch on your leg or on your foot or whatever, or on your toe, and then you just kind of like spray it with the hose, right? You don't think about it. This boy was pressure washing a fucking home. Got a little itch on his toe. It's fucking... Didn't think about it. Moved the pressure washer down. Blasted all the fucking flesh off of his goddamn foot. All the skin just fell right the fuck off.
Oh.
It like degloved his toe. Fucking terrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. By brick homes, people. It's important.
Or just don't fucking try to scratch your shit with a fucking pressure washer.
I just feel like he didn't even think about it. It was just like a reflex. It was just like, oh.
Well, you wouldn't think it would be that bad, but apparently.
So bad. So I think it was because it was at like point blank, like fucking right above the toe.
Possibly.
Wasn't good.
Brooksville, Florida. Pasco, who knows? Pasco, maybe. Pasco.
We're going with Pasco.
Pasco deputies arrested a Brooksville man accused of intentionally spraying his neighbor with a pressure washer Friday. Quote, "I had occasion to investigate a domestic disturbance," the arrest affidavit began. Deputies say...
What the fuck? Wait. Who is this fucking, like, British ass detective? I had occasion to take investigation of a pressure washing incident.
I had occasion to investigate a domestic disturbance.
Like, where the fuck are you?
I don't know. Deputies say Johnny Plaster.
You know what? He sounds like a comic book character.
Johnny Plaster?
100% comic book character.
I'm kind of mad his name isn't Johnny Pressure. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Under pressure.
Stage name. Well, that's what his neighbor felt. Deputies say Johnny Plaster, Jr., 52, came out of his house on Somerset Acres Lane and started up his pressure washer while his neighbor was also outside weed blowing his yard. I've never heard of that.
I feel like maybe leaf blowing.
It says weed blowing.
Maybe the fucking, like,
I've heard weed eating.
Yes, and leaf blowing.
And leaf blowing. But weed blowing his yard.
Maybe the soil is so, like, loose that you can just literally just blow the fucking weeds out of the ground. But at that point, I feel like we're also blowing the grass out of the ground.
For real.
Like, we're just fucking...
For real. As the neighbor walked towards the front of his property, Plaster sprayed him with the pressure washer without his consent. According to an arrest affidavit, the pressure sprayer caused dirt and water to hit the neighbor in the face and upper body, deputies say. Surveillance video showed Plaster approach his neighbor and spray him with the pressure washer, according to the arrest affidavit. He faces battery charges.
So was the neighbor, like, coming into Plaster's yard?
Possibly.
Or was he just walking around the front of his own yard?
I think he was coming towards his yard. Like, maybe? I don't know.
Stand your ground.
I think that's what that was.
Stand your ground.
I'm here for my life.
Oh, my God.
And then just spray the fucking shit out of your fucking neighbor. Love thy neighbor.
You know what? The fact that he was Johnny Plaster Jr. means that there was a Johnny Plaster Sr. and they thought it was a good idea to just keep that going.
Uh-huh.
That's the most disturbing part of that story.
Yes, it is.
All right. I got one more for you. Florida man arrested after urinating on in-laws' carpet during Thanksgiving gathering.
Oh, shit.
Now, if this isn't a story we can all fucking relate to.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything.
Reported by the Times of Northwestern Indiana, a pause.
A pause. Okay.
So the Times of Northwestern Indiana says, Norfolk began shouting and told the officer he was kicked out of the nearby home of his girlfriend's brother-in-law. According to police, the brother-in-law said Norfolk was escorted out of the home after urinating all over the living room floor.
Oh, God.
You know how, like, in some cultures, like, it's I think it's Japanese culture, like, it's considered a compliment if you just, like, fucking belch after a meal at the table, right? Maybe it was one of those situations.
Yeah.
Maybe he comes from a place where, you know, a particularly exotic corner of Florida where the way to show ultimate respect and appreciation for the meal is to just piss everywhere.
I mean, honestly.
There are a couple websites on the internet that are like that. So after continually shouting obscenities, Norfolk was taken into custody where he was taken to Porter County Jail, where he was charged with resisting law enforcement, disorderly conduct, and public intoxication. I'm sensing a theme.
I was going to say a theme. Wow.
Yes. Oh, I have a bonus for you.
Okay.
I do have a bonus because the story's too good not to share. And I feel that you particularly will find something in it. Something of yourself, perhaps. Florida man offers police officer $3 and chicken dinner for sex. Now I want to know what kind of chicken dinner we talking about. We talking about a half chicken? We talking about half chicken Popeyes dinner? We talking about a 4-piece Supreme from Bojangles? What we talking about? And do I get the honey mustard too? Because the honey mustard is the clincher.
Yeah.
Because if you trying to have me eat this chicken dry, I can't do it.
Yeah, it really depends on the chicken dinner, like you said. I mean, hey, if we're vibing.
That's just a relationship, baby. I mean, that's what it is.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, hey, if you're not, if neither one of us is seeing anybody, and if I was the policeman and he want to come up and say, hey, I give you $3 and some chicken.
I like chicken.
I mean, consensually, I don't see a problem.
That's just a relationship. That's a long-termer.
Honey, that sounds like a good night.
Yeah. Apparently, a female investigator went undercover and posed as a street-level prostitute.
Whoa. A street-level
I like how I want to hear how we have a hierarchy here. Like, I want to hear about
the gutter rat prostitutes.
The balcony-level prostitutes. And it's not even prostitutes. It's sex workers. This is 2019.
True.
We have class.
True.
We respect.
Wait, was it a sewer worker? If you have it. And then you
like a sewer level?
Yeah, like your sewer level.
No, I think he just ate children, though. And we're trying to stay away from that in this episode.
Why do I? What's wrong with me?
So apparently she was going undercover as a female cop, was going undercover as a sex worker. And during the operation, one of the suspects named Steven Torres offered to trade $3 and a chicken dinner for a sexual act.
I'm into it.
You know what, though? I wouldn't dare ask him if I'm going to get the honey mustard, because I know the response is going to be, we going to make the honey mustard.
No, bitch. You give me the fucking honey mustard.
I need that Bojangles. I need that logo on it. Bojangles hot honey mustard, baby. Mm-hmm. So sweet and tangy.
Wow.
No substitute.
Wow. Okay. All right. So my last one that I have for you today. Wanted Florida man walks around naked, cooks spaghetti during break-in. A 70-year-old woman in Indian River County got quite the shock when a stranger broke into her home while she was resting on her couch at about 6 p.m. Monday. Mm-hmm. And the evening only got weirder from there.
It sounds like our recording evenings, honestly.
Unreal. Samit Irving, this is not the other Irving that I talked about. This is not the same Irving.
We have multiple.
29 of the 3800 block of 42nd Place was wanted by the Indian River County Sheriff's Office and attempting to evade capture, deputies said. Quote, "Don't say anything. The police are after me and are outside right now. I can't leave," Irving said as he closed the woman's door behind him.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And this was according to the arrest affidavit. Irving then proceeded to boil water and make himself a bowl of spaghetti. The woman told deputies he washed up in the bathroom, undressed fully, and walked around the house naked, the affidavit said. The woman said she was afraid to move, but eventually found an opportunity to get to the door and open it. Irving ran, and the woman quickly flagged down a deputy in the area. Irving was captured nearby in a wooded area behind Wabasso Foods at 6375 85th Street and was charged with burglary of an occupied dwelling, exposure of sexual organs, petty theft, and eating somebody's fucking spaghetti. Mm-hmm. He resisted arrest without violence. That doesn't. I suppose that's
he peacefully resisted it. Maybe that just means he sat down.
Like he didn't pull out a weapon. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm resisting. I don't believe in this, but
I'm upset. But I'm gonna have a sit-in here on the road.
Right. He also was served with outstanding warrants for giving a false name while detained, resisting arrest with violence.
Okay, all right, good. You know what? I'm glad we hit them both.
And violating probation in a cocaine possession case. I love how we started with cocaine and then we end with cocaine.
You know what? It's the circle of life.
The spaghetti was the only item reported stolen in the break-in.
He was just fucking hungry, man.
Yeah, he was being held without bail. in the Indian River County Jail.
It reminds me, though, of that story that you told about that guy in Scotland who broke into the police
Oh,
station
yeah.
to eat fucking spaghetti and
Yep.
what was it, waffles?
No, it wasn't
Weetabix.
spaghetti. It wasn't.
Spaghetti. Hang on.
Was it spaghetti?
Can we talk about spaghetti? No, I think it was spaghetti and Weetabix. Like he ate them both because we were talking about how like you could want both of those at the same time.
That's true.
You can love more than one carb. It's 2019.
I guess that's why I was attracted to that article. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So there we go. I would be concerned. First of all, the fact that he comes into her house and is like, and he's shutting the door.
I can just imagine him like, whispering. By the end, it's like almost a whisper, and he just like very quietly like pops the door in, and you're like, "Fuck!"
The police are after me. Yeah, that would be terrifying. Honestly,
I'd be like, "Well, get the fuck out of here! Don't
but
bring him in here,
he's,
baby."
Like, making spaghetti, I'm gonna be like, "You gonna make me a fucking bowl too?" Like,
I mean, bruh.
Yeah, for real. Mm-hmm. So, we are nearing the end. So, we promised you guys the birthday Florida man.
Okay, so how does this work? Do I just do, like, my birthday, like Florida man, and then my birthday? Is it numbers, or is it...
No, so what you do is the Florida Man Challenge. You Google Florida Man, and then you type out your birthday. So, like, for me, it would be August 20th. Mm-hmm. And then whatever the first article that shows up that says Florida Man, that's the Florida Man for you.
Okay, I found mine.
You may have to go to like the second page because this challenge has become quite popular. So if you Google it, you may just get the first page may just be articles about the challenge.
I feel like YouTubers because we're doing a challenge. We've never done a challenge.
We're doing a challenge.
Again, I feel like we maybe might be misinterpreting as a society the definition of the word challenge because, of course, it's not challenging.
Hey, hey. Yeah.
So I did find mine, though. August 28th. Half-naked Florida man walks goat in rain.
Well, wait, why does that actually sound like you, though? Why does that legitimately sound like you?
You know what? Sometimes you got to just not put clothes on.
And walk your goat.
But, like, okay, so they said half naked. Maybe this is just, like, an editorialized photo. I think this is an editorialized photo. Because this man that's in this photo here, he certainly does have a goat that he is walking on some sort of strange shoulder harness, but he is not half naked.
No,
he's wearing a shirt
he's
and
fully
pants.
Clothed.
Yeah, he's
and
totally
shoes.
I think the photo's been editorialized.
Possibly.
Because he's definitely not half naked. I wish there was more on this story. I'm going to have to research it.
Yeah. So for me, mine is August 20th. Mine is Florida man accused of biting two toddlers dozens of times. Strangely also sounds like me. We were trying to get away from the hurting of children, but somehow...
Maybe it was playful. Maybe he was teething. I feel like we need to separate him from those children.
Yeah. So this was reported by the Tampa Bay Times. Rashawn Davis of Tarpon Springs was arrested on 2 counts of aggravated child abuse with great bodily harm.
Great? Oh my God.
Great bodily harm. According to authorities, Davis beat and bit the 2 boys ages 2 and 3.
Okay. All right. And that's your story.
From June through August.
That's it. You know what? Fuck him. What a note. You know, we try really hard, you guys,
really
to just stay on the path of the light, and then the darkness just finds us.
It really does. Oh, wow.
So if you want to share your Florida man stories with us, you got to get on that social meds. We are on Instagram at The Haunted Heart Podcast. We're on Twitter at The Haunted Heart. And you can join our Facebook group where we've had many lively discussions of Florida man. by searching the Haunted Heart Podcast on Facebook.com. And as we said at the beginning of the episode, if you enjoy the show, if you think we do a good job, and you'd like to throw a little coin our way, you can go to patreon.com/thehauntedheart. Every single cent that we make from Patreon is funneled back into the show so that we can create more content for you guys. Mm-hmm. So thank you for that. And I think that's it.
Wow, that was quick.
That's the bit. I'm getting it down.
Wow.
I'm getting it down to a tight 15. We got shit to do.
Damn. All right.
Either that or I fucking left something out. Let's just see how the dice fall.
Yes.
When you do the playback.
Yes, we'll see. But anyway.
Oh, I know what I can say.
What?
Rate and review. It's been a minute since a bitch asked you for a rating. Yes, if you will give us 5 stars on whatever platform you listen to us on, we would severely appreciate it. And if you can take a second to write a little mini review, doesn't really matter what you say. A lot of times we read funny reviews on the show. So if you want to have us read your name and shit, then just write us something funny. Mm-hmm. Make a bitch laugh.
Yes. So, guys, that is our episode for this evening. Thank you for joining us while we took a deep dive into the world of Florida Man and his many accomplishments. I would say maybe be on the lookout because you could probably do like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more
Florida
episodes on Florida Man.
Florida Man is a river that never runs dry. He is a fruit tree who always yields up a bounty.
This is true, just like us. And on that note, you guys know exactly what you got to do this evening. You got to
stay spooky.